tell me which side you want to do. You want top, bottom, left, right? What do you want to break for the early? And then, of course, for the late, we will do whatever the other one is. All right, 2021 Bowman Jumbo eBay half case number 3. Let's go over the list. Who has what? Who has what? Everyone's all paid up. I appreciate that as always. Awesome of you guys to make sure those things are taken care of. There you go. There's your list. For break 1. And after this, we'll just dive right in. Left. Yeah, Russell's in. Marie's in. Ryan Keating's in. So that's good. A few eBayers. Facebookers. eBay is not as robust as I thought it would be, Matt, to be honest with you. It's Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday's always our worst day for breaks. You know? So it is what it is. But I thought eBay would be, honestly, I thought eBay would be more robust, more active than it has been. I mean, we're still pulling down more than Facebook. But, not quite where I wanted to be. Yeah, just in general, you know. I'm guessing. I don't know how other people are doing. But we tend to be pretty strong where eBay is concerned, so I'm not sure. Not sure. I hope it's not our price. Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. All right, if you haven't been in one of our breaks before, we appreciate you buying in. Lots of names that I recognize. As we go through here, of course, anything that needs to be sleeved and top-loaded will be. Any Bowman first, no matter who it is, we're going to sleeve just because it's a first. Alcantara. Pete Crow Armstrong. Yeah, I think the Bowman guys are the Bowman guys, though, and that's, I mean, it's not going poorly. I also think that because there was an attempt to jam it up, you know what I'm saying? I think that has affected things. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? You just got to play the hand that you're given. Austin Cox out of 499. Kansas City Royals. Austin Martin. He has hit a few times today. eBay number 2, the late break, or eBay number, what are we on, 4, is ending now. So that's probably where a lot of these guys are, getting into late break as well. Second half will be eBay 4, so it is a full case we are breaking every night. New case every night. Antonio Gomez. Nobody yet. Nobody yet. I guess Kansas City, they had the first auto. Dalton of our show. First, the jumbo case that we did for the random was the first case that I would call a little weak. That was a little weak. Max Meyer. I mean, I'd love to say I think there were some good points in it, but overall it was the weakest of the. How many cases are we in? 6 cases, something like that we've done. Hobby and jumbo. So that's unfortunate. But you're gonna have, you're gonna have some misses sometimes. It's just part of the game. Yeah, sometimes you're just gonna have those cases, What can you do? I had some loose boxes coming today, and we opened them in between, and my wife hit a Maximo Acosta redemption. That's a big hit. So that was nice. Braden Shoemake for the Atlanta Braves out of $4.99. She got a redemption. She was all excited because she thought we were about to hit another blue Austin Martin. And she was disappointed at first. I told her, no, that's a good hit. Hassel, we've hit him a couple of times today. Told her that's a good hit. Nothing wrong with that one. Robert Hassel. Nothing wrong with that. Junior. Which one? The blue, what's his butt? Now tell me how the White Sox do. Oh, very nice. Alec Bohm for the Phillies. That's a nice one. Alec Bohm for the Phillies. Very nice. Yeah, that's a good auto. We'll take that one all day long. White Sox are down in the first half. They were down quite a bit. So we're going to have to I have to take a look at that. Though it was all right yesterday. Thursday's always our worst day for breaks. What can you do? Thursday, we just expect Thursday to be down, so I don't really count it against anything. You know, I mean, it is traditionally just our weakest day. So again, we're going to chalk this up to nothing. And just say, looking forward to doing Diamond Kings. Pricing is most of the way done. We're going to break some on Saturday. I think I'm going to list it on eBay next week. I think I might go Wednesday, Thursday, eBay Diamond Kings. Wow. So that's much better. That's much better. Shane Baz. So it's down a little bit, but, you know, up. Yeah. So what do you got going on tonight, Dallas? Just coming to hang out? Little chit-chat? What? Well, he already paid. 2 breaks each night on eBay, 2 in Facebook. We're doing, you know, we got to strike while the iron's hot with Bowman. And so we're rolling. So Matt, let me tell you, one of the things that we talked about with one of the properties, it is not a triple net, it's the first one, the 2,400 square foot one. It's been open for 2 years. It is in. Where's that piece of paper that was right there? Is that right there underneath there? I'm just going to chat with you since we have some time here. The only thing we pay for, well, we pay for utilities, they pay for the night, the rest. He said, well, his attitude changed a little bit when he found out we were looking at another property after this, you know, this morning. And then he, Alec Bohm, we had 3 autos in this? And then when I mentioned him, I asked him to call me, and I mentioned to him that we're the other property, and he said they're eager to do something. It's 2,400 square feet, and they want $2,400 as a starting point. You know, that's what the number they'd like to be at. But talked about a couple of interesting options. Oh, well, let me tell you about the other one first, then maybe you can give me your opinion. So the other one, it is a triple net, 2,100 and something a month, 21 something, I forget what it is, 1,890, I believe, square feet. That 1,890 or 1,860? 1,890 square feet. The owner, if we're willing to sign a 5-year lease, the owner, huh? $2,165 per month, triple net. If we're willing to sign a 5-year lease, the owner will give us the first 6 months just paying the triple net, which is $650, I think. $675 to help us offset the cost of whatever we want to do on the inside. We'd have to pay for that, except for a $5,000 floor allowance. That if we don't use it all, we could apply it to other things. I think more work in the first one to be done, and I'll tell you about that one here. But we that one is going to be a little bit easier. There's just some walls that have to be taken down. I think everything else is in good shape, so that one's going to be much easier to get us where we have to be quicker. 2 entrances, one that's a natural side, you know, same building but a natural side. Taylor Trammell for what my wife wants to do versus what we want to do. And one of the negotiating points would be, one of the things that I talked about with Kim is, for the 5 years, price would not go up. We would stay at that $2,165 for 5 years. And so we've got a quote. She's got a guy. They do it, actually do the work as well. So I just ask her just so I can get a general idea. A quote of what we want 3 walls taken down is really effectively what we want. 6 months, like I said, for the 6 months to offset the cost of whatever work we're going to do inside. So again, I think in that one, you know, if they're going to do a $5,000, he's going to pay $5,000 toward whatever flooring we want to do. You know, it makes sense. You know, you think something like that is more relief on rent is 5 years on both is what we're talking. Yeah. One, though, is a triple net. The other one is not a triple net. Oh, that's right. It would be 5 years and 6 months on the triple net because we'd be doing the first 6 months at $675 while we prepared, and then it's 5 years at the normal rate. So it's actually 5 years and 6 months on the triple net. On the other one of the things that he said is 5 years is tough. It is. It is. I don't like 5 years on either one, but I like. Oh, that's purple. I thought that was red. Did we just hit this guy? Austin Wilcox, purple. Kansas City Royals. Well, that's the triple net. Now the other one, that's a 2,400 square feet facility. It is not a triple net. You're just signing a deal with the guy. You know, they guarantee the everything. Brujan out of 499. Brujan for the Tampa Bay Rays. And what he suggested is maybe one of the things we could do would be do a 5-year lease, but ask for 1 year rent free and no increase in cost. So they would make sure the heating and air conditioning is good for 1 year. He said you could put that as part of the negotiation, that would stay for the length of whatever we're doing. You know, the bathrooms, make sure the bathrooms work correctly. We'll adjust as we need to. But that would be, you know, 1 year rent free to offset the cost of whatever we have to do on the inside for the 2,400 square foot one. I get the feeling that they are more interested in doing something there. Not more interested, but they're, I guess, a little more desperate to get somebody in. No, it would be 6 months. First 6 months free is what he suggested. And then over the next 3 years, you know, you get year 2, you would get December and January rent free. Then year 3 and year 4. So year 2, 3, and 4. And then year 5 would be you know, paying the full amount. And also, come on, baby. That's okay. I'm all right that this wasn't a Groshen's auto. Out of 150, Jordan Groshen's. This is a atomic refractor, which I like the idea. I like the idea of the first 6 months free because that helps us offset the cost of whatever we have to do on the inside. Again, what do we have to do on the inside there? There's a little bit more involved. I would think utilities would be cheaper at the first one because it's a home unit air conditioner they have on the back and not a big industrial one. But I mean, like he said, we could, if you can write that into the contract that you want the full 5 years of it, you know, covered, which is fine if we want to put that in there. Tucson. But I would think overall utility is probably about the same. You know. Cover the cost of taking care of the inside ourselves. That one needs more work. That one we would need to take down more walls. They have that crappy fountain in there. You know, that would take a. I would imagine we got to redo the entire floor. I'd imagine that one would take not a substantial amount more, a little more. But if we're offsetting, and I was thinking coming in at $2,000 a month. Riley Thompson for the Cubs. You know, $2,000 a month, lock it in for 5 years, 1 year rent free. We'll take care of the inside. And ask for 5 years on the heating and air conditioning unit. Because my problem with the triple net is, here's Austin Martin, is that it's actually 5 years and 6 months. And you're still paying the triple net. I mean, he is paying the $5,000. I don't know. The other thing is the parking at the bigger location, the one we're talking about that is not a triple net, is a little bit rougher than the parking at the other one. It is a heavier traffic street, which is good. De La Rosa. Which one don't you like? The triple net? So you don't like the triple net? Okay. Uh-oh. No, come on. I thought that was a redemption. I got to stop that. There's about 30 spots out front. Matt, right there, and there's parking around it. The one that's not a triple net, it's a good street location, heavy traffic street, which is nice. Bitsko out of 125. So there aren't any dedicated parking spots, but everything's close. You know what I'm saying? There's right in front of the building, and then right behind there's another one the other set that are facing the road. Do you think it's worthwhile to try to ask for? Is asking for 2,000 from 2,400, considering it's been open for 2 years? Is that unreasonable? Is that, you know what I'm saying, lowballing somebody? Mayton and Mania. You would go lower? What are you thinking? 1,800? Start at 1,750 for a 2,400 square foot place? Because we are doing it. We are willing to go do a 5-year deal. So I mean, if we're willing to do 5 years, you know. De La Rosa paper. You know, I don't know. Is there a way to find that out? Hey, Dooney, why don't you see if you can find anything that's average price per square foot for retail in our area? St. Charles County. I don't know. All right, come on. Cubby. Look at that. I am shocked. It's Ed Howard. Out of 150. Ed Howard out of 150. Hey, try the Chamber of Commerce. Matt said the Chamber of Commerce might have it, or will have it. That's pretty. Look how pretty that is. You know what I like about this auto? Is that it's blue. You know what I'm saying? And it's 75 out of 150, so it's actually 1 out of 2. It's actually 1 out of 2. All right, so start at $1,750 with a year rent-free, and we'll do the work inside. We'll do the work inside. Do you think it's unrealistic to ask for more than the first 6 months rent-free? I mean, do you think it's... What am I doing? Maximo Acosta. So you're saying the 6 months up front, the first 6 months is pretty good? Perdomo. Blaze Jordan. This is not an A-class building for sure. Oops. What outs do we have? I don't know. What out should we ask for? See, this is a fun conversation to have while we're breaking. Dylan Dingler, out of 125, Detroit Tigers. Come on, Dylan. Don't fight me. So you're saying like with an option, okay, an option to opt out or something like that? Oh, here we go. Is this gold? Oh, sweet. Look at that thing. Woo, I like it. Brian Hayes, 3 out of 50, and that is true gold. That is very nice. I like that a lot. 3 out of 50. Cabrian Hayes. Look at that pretty thing. Come on. So if we aren't profitable after 3 years, then we have the option to opt out, something like that. That is a nice card. I really like that. No, the other one. Okay, I'll wait for an email from you. Buy out of the rest of the deal, huh? The problem with the triple net now, I thought renter's insurance was something that we had to do via, you know, just a general liability insurance through whoever. Yeah, but we want to have insurance on all of our stuff. If they're... For what? Okay. So you think the triple net is just not a good enough deal? In your opinion, Matt? Okay. Buster Posey. Yeah, am I gonna hit? That's all I'm gonna hit is this guy, Patrick Bailey, third auto. For me, I'm happy. Patrick Bailey, number 3. Even if we did start at 1750, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, they're gonna say no, right? And if they say the only thing they say is no, okay, or they come back with something else. They're not gonna be offended. They won't be offended because it's been empty for 2 years. But as a basic strategy, so 1750 a month. They cover the any cost to the heating and cooling during that time. Espino. No increase in the cost of the building for the 5 years and 1 year rent free. Is that crazy? We'll take care of the inside. We want the first 6 months rent-free. I imagine they'll counter offer. The taking care of the inside is not going to be cheap. We don't. 1750 might be too low. But I mean, even if you offered it to them, what's the worst they're going to say? They're going to counter, right? What's up, Brandon? What's going on? How are Posey and Bart, Brandon? Don't be afraid of going low? Okay. I think I'm just going to offer it to him. You know? It needs the interior needs a lot of work. I mean, that's the truth. It's going to be expensive to get it where it needs to be. Maybe I'll say the first 6 months we want rent-free, but we'll pay the second 6 months up front. Now there's Sixto Sanchez Auto. We're talking about it. We haven't yet, but we're talking about it, and what'd you change their names for? I thought it was Posey and Bart. You gotta stick with a name for those poor dogs. Eddie Diaz. And, you know, them not having to do anything. He said that too. He said them not having to do anything is going to be a big point. But I'd like to see what he has a guy who's going to come by next week, and we're going to set up a time and go last box mojo and walk it. I'll let you guys mojo this last box. So ask for 3 years. $17.50 per. No increase. 1 year. If we're going to do 3 years, we probably ought to just ask 6 months rent-free, huh? All right, let's get into it. Let's get it on. As Marvin Gaye said, what was the Marlins point in that? Where were we at the Marlins? Ooh. Thursdays. I hate Thursdays. That's all right. Friday and Saturday are coming. Bobby Witt Jr. So, yeah, just kicking around the idea, Brandon. I mean, if we find something that we like, it makes sense. And so we might do it. Would you? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Hey, Matt, maybe we can set up a time to have a phone conversation and talk about maybe some strategies with that triple net. Hunter, Bishop. Junior. I think we hit Junior more than we hit anyone else. Nick Lofton out of 250. Everybody's frantically bidding. I'll let you know, though, for sure, Brandon. I think it's going to happen, though, you know, it's still working on, you know, Matt Chapman, a little green for the A's. I like it. Well, the fortunate reality for us is, again, the breaks will carry the store until the store is on its, you know, is able to handle itself. And all I ever want the store, the only reason I really want the store, well, twofold. I want the store because eventually I'm hoping that we can get direct with Topps. And the other part of it would be the addition of gaming, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that. I think would be worthwhile. And that's going to come in with a plant business, which really shows a lot of promise, which I like. And so if the store only ever covered cost, I'd be, you know what I'm saying? It'd be worth it. All it has to do is pay for itself. You know, I don't care if there's ever any profit out of it. But we'd be able to move the operation completely out of the house, which I like. Is that pink? I almost looked like orange for a second there. Nope. Tricky Nick. Thank you, Brandon. That's nice of you to say. And that would, to me, would be a success. And anyway, honestly, any of the profit that came out of the store, I think, would probably just go back, you know, to the people working there, to my kids. We have 3 employees already. We'd see if we can make that work with well, 4 of us, if you count me. And then maybe we'll have one other son at some point come back home and maybe want to be a part of it. So maybe there'll be one more. My goodness. Hey, it's Franklin. Playing for the Cubs. I like that show, Franklin. I don't know if you know that. The only thing that I want now, that I've been thinking about it more, Ronnie Mauricio Atomic in the shop would be like 4 65-inch TVs linked together. So I have one big giant TV to watch things on. Put the Giants game on and hang out. And I'll be honest with you, I really do. Matt Lavery, I don't know if you heard this conversation earlier. This one's going to floor you. But we were talking about the idea of maybe being because of the area, instead of being a St. Louis focused, carry a lot of Cardinal stuff, we would carry a lot of Cubs stuff to appeal to, because there's a pretty significant amount of Cub fans in this area, to appeal to the others. Everybody and their mother has Cardinal stuff. Every little store and shop. But not everyone has the other things. You know? And so we would be the alternative. We would be the alternative to all the rest of them. And that is that is my style. And that's my style too, to thumb every, give it, not, I was going to say flip everyone the bird, but I would never do that. And of course, all my Giant stuff would be in there. Jake Eater. Okay. I've never heard of Jake. For the Marlins out of $4.99. Do you really? Game worn uniforms for Cubs players? Come on, that'd be pretty cool to display. Oh, Rebel, for you, we'd probably have some Royal stuff. Game worn, huh? That is awesome. We could get a mannequin and put it up there and put some game worn stuff on it behind glass. That'd be pretty awesome. Get out of here. Your grandfather played for the Chicago Cardinals? Is that minor league? When I looked up, I just saw Cardinals. Oh, football. Oh, football Cardinals. That would be neat. Even though we don't have that around here anymore. Christian Robinson. That would be awesome. That's the kind of feel that I like, too. I'd like it to have that, you know what I'm saying? If I had my choice, I would just deal in old cards instead of new cards. But old memorabilia is just cool. I mean, it's just cool. And I think I have at least four different Giants jerseys. I might have some more stuff that I can hang up. I got those Buster Posies in today, and they're cool. PSA DNA, black. I'm going to have, definitely those are going to go in the shop. My goodness, Marlins and Cubs. Jose Salas. Well, you know what? They were hoping, there was a Facebook guy who brought in, he was hoping there'd be a lot of Marlins stuff. And there has been a lot of Marlins stuff. Yolbert. That is awesome. How many people have pro football? You know what I'm saying? I got a guy that actually I'm going to be working with on a deal. I was telling you guys this the other day, whose family was has been in baseball for a long time, and he said he has a lot of memorabilia, and so we're going to be getting together to look things over and see what he has. Do you really? What kind of American Giants and clown stuff do you have? Wow. That's awesome. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Garrett Crochet Sabato. Man, oh man, you got some serious stuff. That is awesome. Austin Martin. Choi for the Dodgers. Uniforms from them, from the Negro Leagues. Man, those have got to be worth some bucks. Those have got to be worth some bucks. All right, first break of the night on eBay is over. Here's our stack of sleeved items. Those are all the Bowman first. Man, this time just flew by. A couple of good autos in this, though. I am not unhappy with the autos. Yeah, I wouldn't sell them either. They'd be in my permanent collection forever. Though we already have a deal in place about all your collection versus my collection. So if you go before me, they'll be mine. But, you know, clear compensation, you know, all the Giants cards. You know, it's even money there. So before we get a look at everything else, I had one autograph, Patrick Bailey. Let's take a look at... All right, paper out of $4.99, Josiah Gray, Mikey the Fish, Braden Shoemake. Out of $3.99, Chapman for the A's and Perdomo. Out of $2.99, Tricky Nick. And out of $1.50, Jeremy De La Rosa. I don't know why I was thinking De La Rosa was an Angel the entire time. I don't know why I never noticed that he was a National. It's a little embarrassing. But no one's perfect. All right, let's look at the Atomic. Choi, Mauricio, Bobby Witt, Diaz, Woods Richardson, Poussin, Trammell, Baz, Crow Armstrong. Out of $4.99, Christian Robinson and Brujan. Is it Brujan, Brujan, Brew something? Brew something. Out of $2.99, Max Meyer, Miami Marlins. Out of $2.50, Nick Lofton, Kansas City Royals. Out of $1.50, Espino from the Indians and Groshans from the Blue Jays. And out of $125, Bitsko and Dylan Dingler, Detroit Tigers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 base autos and 5. So that means the second half should probably have at least an even amount of non-base and base. Autographs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 11, 12. Okay. Salas for the Marlins. Franklin for the Cubs. Sanchez for the Marlins. Riley for the Cubs. So we went back. We went Marlins, Cubs, Marlins, Cubs. Oh, but it's Alec Bohm. And then Robert Hassel. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm okay with that. Out of $4.99, Eater, and I don't know either one of these guys and their pitchers. Out of $4.99, Austin Cox and Jake Eater. But then we went Cox again out of $2.50. Hope he's a good pitcher. First Bowman, though. Ed Howard out of $1.50. That's always nice. That is a good-looking card. That is a good-looking card. But even better looking than that one is the Cabrian Hayes True Gold. True Gold, 3 out of 50. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, guys. First half is done. Second half is coming up at an hour and 6 minutes from now. So I hope you guys will come back and hang out with us. For those of you who are in with us for the first time, I do apologize that we got off on the conversation at the beginning. We are working on the shop, and my mind's a little preoccupied with that, and Matt has been a big help to me on all of that stuff. So I do apologize. It is not part of our normal break that we stray like that, but since it's on my mind and I had Matt, I thought I would talk to him about it. Brandon, I hope you will come back and hang out from time to time and just to get an update on everything that's going on. See you guys at midnight. Thank you very much, and we will see you soon.